Hi, this is Griffin with Wason Furniture. Today we're going to be building the Mainstays Hairpin coffee table. This is the oak finish and it can be found on walmart.com. Before you start, you want to make sure that you have all of your pieces and panels and that none of them have any damage. And also you want to make sure that you have all of your hardware. If you have any issues, you can call the number on the front of the manual and we'll get you taken care of. If all is in order, then we can begin assembly. In step 1, you're going to want to take your A panel and 6 cam bolt 1s. You're going to screw the cam bolts into these outer smaller pre-drilled holes. Be sure to screw your cam bolts in upright. In step 2, keep your A panel out. Grab 2 cam bolt 2s, your 2 screw 6s, and this magnet piece. To start, you're going to want to grab your 2 cam bolt 6s and you're going to want to drill them in to the 2 outer pre-drilled holes right here. Then grab your magnet and 2 screw 6s. And there's going to be 2 little pre-drilled holes right here. Put that magnet over it with this metal side facing towards the outside of the panel. And then secure it with your 2 screws. In step 3, you're going to want to grab your C, D, and E panel, 12 wood dowel pieces, and 6 cam lock 1s. We can start with the cam locks. So you're going to want to put 2 cam locks in each panel. On top of the cam locks there will be a plus and minus sign. You'll want to position this so that they point towards the pre-drilled hole on this other side of the panel. So for these, I'm going to put the plus and minus facing this direction. And if you don't put it in right, you can always use a screwdriver to adjust it however you need. So we're going to put 2 of these in each of the panels. Remember to keep those plus and minuses facing out towards this pre-drilled hole on the side. Next, you're going to insert 4 wood dowel pieces into each panel. Here you're going to insert them into the inner pre-drilled holes. Again, insert them in to these 2 inner pre-drilled holes. Okay, now we're going to do the other sides of the panels. Again, inserting them into these 2 inner pre-drilled holes. These other ones are too small to insert them anyway, so. For step 4, grab your G panel, 6 of these plastic dowel pieces, and 2 of your cam lock 2s. We can start with the cam locks. So on these cam locks there's a plus and minus and an arrow. Again, you want to position these in the cam lock hole so that they're facing out towards the pre-drilled holes on this side. So I'm positioning the plus and minus facing towards me. Next, take 3 of your plastic dowel pieces and insert them into these 3 middle pre-drilled holes. And then do this on this other side. Make sure you're inserting them into the pre-drilled holes that are inside of the cam locks, so they're inside of it. In step 5, you're going to want to take your F panel, 2 of these hinges, your handle, these 2 screw 1s, these 4 silver screw 3s, and your 1 screw 5. It's this little black one. So to start, you can start with these hinges. Just pop them flat like that and stick them into these pre-drilled holes. Then take these 4 silver screws and screw it in. Okay, next you can take this magnet hinge, or magnet strike, I mean. And you're going to want to come over here to this little pre-drilled hole on the side. Line up the hole in the strike to that hole. And take your little screw 5 and then just screw it in. Be sure to hold your strike straight while you're screwing it in. Lastly, you can take your handle and your 2 screw 1s. Go ahead and put those through. And then feed it. You can kind of hand tighten each side. And then go ahead and hold it straight while you screw it in. Or finish tightening. For step 6, you're going to want to grab your A panel, your C, E, and D panels. We can start with the C panel. So you're going to want to go on this end that has this magnet on it. And then grab your C panel, position the cam locks on this bottom inside side. If it falls out, it's fine. Just put it back in. Then slide it on to your A panel. Once it's on, you're going to want to tighten those cam locks down by turning clockwise. Then, once they're locked in place, take 2 of your caps, put them right on there. Next, you're going to want to take your E panel, position it with the cam locks on this bottom edge, and then have them face towards the left, towards this magnet. And again, tighten those down by turning clockwise. Once they're on there, you can cover them up with these 2 caps. Lastly, take your D panel. Again, cam locks on the bottom and have them facing towards the middle. Tighten it down. In step 7, you're going to keep this assembly we've been working on, and then grab your G panel. Again, put those cam locks on the bottom, facing in. Then slide it on in between your C and E panel. Then, once you have it on there, you can tighten those cam locks by turning clockwise. Once you have them tightened down, you can use your caps. For step 8, you're going to want to keep this assembly and grab your B panel and 8 of these screw 2s. Position your B panel so that these pre-drilled holes with metal are facing up. Or also you can just check these have the larger holes for these dowel pieces, so put those facing on the bottom. Then you will want to look on the middle of your B panel. You'll notice this side has 1 hole and this side has these 2 holes. Put these 2 holes on the side with this little corner because you're going to screw it in here and here. Then you need to find where those little wood dowels slide in. And these plastic dowels on this side. Okay, so remember, this side without this G panel has 1 hole, side with the G panel has 2. Then you're going to find your 8 holes to screw these screws into. So starting here, and here, here. In step 9, you're going to want to grab your 4 hairpins and 12 of these screw 4s. So go ahead and position just 1 of your hairpins, it doesn't matter. Grab 3 of these screws, just lock it in. Once you have them all 3 screws hand tightened in, then you can do a little quick turn with the Allen wrench. Repeat this for the other 3 hairpins. For step 10, we can go ahead and flip our unit over. Be sure not to catch it on one of these hairpins because they might snap off. So I'm going to go ahead and just set it up. So I'm going to need to flip it out around for you guys for the video. So once you have your unit upright and this side with the 2 open facings, you're going to want to come over here to where it's closed in the back. You can see your G panel back there. Grab your F panel / door and 8 of these screw 3s. Okay, so position your F panel so that this handle is facing out, and if your hinges are like this, pop them flat out. And then align them to these pre-drilled holes on this wall. And you're going to need to screw in 4 of these screws into each of the hinges. So I'm going to start with the top right one. There we go, got it in the hole. Don't tighten it all the way down, and make sure you're keeping this up so you don't rip the wood. I go ahead and get a screw on the screwdriver and then poke it through the hole. Get that screw a little stuck in there and screw it in. I'm not getting them fully in there, just loosely, so that whenever we tighten it down, this door will be perfectly straight. So I did the top 2 on this top hinge. I'm going to do the top 2 on this bottom hinge as well before I do the other ones. And then these 4 that I have in there, I'm kind of tightening them down incrementally, just to make sure that this door is straight on there. Now put your final 2 screws on each end.